Hi everyone, it's Katie Kelly, and I'm with Motherhood Link today. My topic for today is to discuss returning to intimacy after having a baby. And I get it, let's get real. Returning to intercourse after you have birthed a child can be a little bit intimidating. So there can be vaginal trauma, there can be C-section scars and incisions that are healing, there is dryness like the Sahara Desert if you are breastfeeding. There's lack of sleep, lack of shower. There's lots of things to really ruin the romance. My 2 tips for returning to intimacy after having a baby. Number 1, don't try until you're ready. That 6-week appointment is just some arbitrary number that's been chosen. After 6 weeks, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are ready or not ready to go back to doing the deed. So wait until you are physically ready, you've healed up, mentally ready, and it's something that you actually want to do. Number 2, use a lubricant. Why are women afraid to use a lubricant? Personally, I think they should be handing lube samples out at the hospital doors. I got books. I think it would have been better off to get lubricant. That's what women need. So, lubricant, ladies, there are different types, and men, in case there are some very concerning husbands that are watching. There are different types of lubricants. The World Health Organization has released statements over the last couple of years really calling out a lot of the lubricant companies. So the brands that you'd be familiar with on the pharmacy shelves, a lot of them really aren't looking at osmolarity, so how much substances, how many particles are in amounts of water, and they're not looking at pH. And it's very important to monitor those 2 things, because when you're putting something into your vagina that isn't the correct pH or that could irritate skin cells, it does not feel very good. So 1, make sure that you're looking for a lubricant that is both paraben-free and glycerin-free. Those are the 2 things to watch for. There are different types of lubricants. So the ones that we think about as being our frontline entry would be water-based lubricants. That's what you're looking for, is paraben-free and glycerin-free. If you just think you have a little bit of dryness and you have no history of having pain with intercourse, try a water-based lubricant. Try a really nice water-based lubricant. If, however, you have had discomfort in the past, you've had pain, then my recommendation is strongly to try a silicone-based lubricant. And the sciencey name for silicone is dimethicone. A lot of lubricants have ridiculous names, so when you read the label, it won't necessarily say silicone on it. You have to flip it over, look at the ingredients, and it will say dimethicone in the first or second ingredient. The difference between water-based and silicone-based lubricants is that if you are already dry down there, which is very, very common in the postpartum period, and you use a water-based lubricant, it will just get absorbed. So then you'll feel like you have to reapply mid-event, which isn't thrilling to a lot of people. A silicone-based lubricant cannot be absorbed. It's not water-soluble, so it stays on and it lasts, and it really helps if you are having any sort of dry skin at all. So those are my recommendations. If you'd like to know the products that we here recommend, then you can certainly go to our website, which is www.motherhoodlink.ca, and you can click down at the bottom. It will show you the list of products that we find have been the most help in the clinic. But you can shoot me a message, send me an email, or make a comment below. So if you have any questions about lubricant at all, let me know. I can try to help you out. But remember, that will be your number 1 best friend.